So for expats who are living abroad or an American citizen who's thinking about becoming an expat, one consideration is which state you live in. Let's say that you might want to think about changing that state. What are the ways to do that legally and lawfully?
For the most part, and for most states, every state is a little bit different. When you leave that state with the intent of not returning ever or indefinitely, then you're basically out of state residency. Some states don't make it so easy. Sometimes it's best to establish residency in another state before you become an expat. So these would be states that have no income tax, just to establish residency there, just to help break residency with your former state. Whether you're a resident or not is generally about a few things. States typically look at a couple of things first if they're considering auditing you for residency purposes. So they'll look at that final tax return that you filed with them, and typically that's a part-year resident return. You live in the state for part of the year and then you move. Number one is how much time you actually spend there. So a lot of states say, if you're in our state for 6 months or more, then you're a resident, you're going to pay tax on your worldwide income while you're in our state. Another thing they do is they look at a lot of common things that are very easy for them to get, like your driver's license. Do you maintain a driver's license in that state? Any kind of property records. So do you still own property in that state? And do you still pay property taxes? And then they might start looking at other things too. Are you registered to vote there? Do you have children in the state that are going to school there? Two states are notoriously difficult. In California, you have to not only break residency with the state by cutting as many ties as possible, and I even recommend closing down any accounts you open in California and open one anywhere else outside the states. But California requires that person to establish residency in another state or foreign country. So with New York, a lot of the things that they look at is property that you might have there. And if you have property, how often do you use it? For those states in particular that are very sticky, it's a really good idea to understand what those rules are and maybe get some professional advice.